And we are back here. Sorry for the delay there. The iPad, the app crashed there in the middle of the broadcast. Of the delay there, they reached the ball at the 8-yard line for Haxtun, and then Caden Kelly ran in for 8 yards out for the Haxtun touchdown. Just kind of a quick recap there, and sorry for the feed crashing there, but we are back here. The next at 34-6, Haxtun over St. Paul Lutheran. So everyone coming back into the stream here. The initial stream crashed, and we are back up and going now. 34-6. Wolf going to keep it himself this time, and he is going to be in for the 2-point conversion. And Haxtun goes up 36-6. We'll take a quick timeout and look from our sponsors. This Missouri 8-Man football broadcast is brought to you by Napa Auto and Race. Get high-quality auto parts with great customer service at Napa Auto and Race at 3908 Frederick Avenue in St. Joseph. Or give Napa a call at 816-232-7373. This Missouri 8-Man football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by T&S Butcher Shop at 21257 Monroe Road, 285 in Paris, Missouri. It's the place to go for your meat needs, from deer to hogs to sheep to cows. If you need a butcher in Northeast Missouri, give T&S Butcher Shop a call at 660-327-3244. And we're back here after the touchdown by Kelly for Haxtun. Haxtun now leads 36-6 with 9:30 to go in this first half. As it looks like this time, Corbin Anderson to kick off.
Rankin and Woods are back to receive for the Saints.
Rankin and Woods back deep for St. Paul. Anderson kicks it away. It's going to be taken by Woods inside the 10-yard line. Woods trying to get to the edge. Tries to cut back, and he's going to be met by the kickoff unit for Haxtun across the 20 up near the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up here from the 22 for St. Paul.
Colin Conan on the stop.
St. Paul in the shotgun here is Maggart. Maggart back to pass. Looking, getting chased down from the backside. And it looks like he's going to be taken down. That's going to be Josh Wright and Grant Stats there on the stop. They're going to mark it back to the 19-yard line. Maggart looking for a receiver. No one came open. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 13. As St. Paul back here in the shotgun is Maggart. Maggart going to try to keep it himself. He's going to get hit in the backfield. Tries to push forward, and he's going to get stopped by the Haxtun defense. And get back up to the 20-yard line, gain of 1. Third down and 12 coming up here for St. Paul. 8:05 to go in this first half. As Pester comes here at the center with the ball. Maggart in the shotgun, Gallup behind him. Maggart changes in the play. 3-man front for Haxtun. Maggart back to pass, looking for the screen. It's going to be up and intercepted. And it's going to be taken back for down to the 5-yard line. Good open field tackle there by Kreisel, but intercepted by Zach Stats. Try that screen again this time. Haxtun was all over it, and they're going to return it back to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal coming up here for the Fighting Bulldogs.
But was ruled down by contact and ground
So thanks everybody for joining back in this stream. Sorry, the other stream, the app that we used to broadcast crashed a little bit there for it. But we are back up and running. It is 36-6, Haxtun over St. Paul. First and goal coming up here for the Fighting Bulldogs. Again, Haxtun in the red helmets and the all-white jerseys. St. Paul in the blue helmets, blue tops, and white pants. Wolf in the shotgun has Kelly behind him in the backfield. Wolf trying to blow out to his left now, looking, and he's going to be taken down. As Trough there on the stop for St. Paul. Excellent play there by Palmer Trough. 9-yard and a loss of 4 on the play. So bring up second and goal from the 9. Second and goal from the 9. We're at 7:05 to go in this first half. One receiver to the right, one more to the left. Tight end on the left side is Bornhoft. Wolf, handoff, right at the middle for Kelly, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a grown man run by Kalen Kelly from 9 yards out. Punches in the end zone for a Haxtun touchdown. So that makes it 42-6 here. Haxtun over St. Paul. Yeah, and Zach Kraft all the way from Colorado. Yes, as far as we know, this is the first ever Missouri high school football game, an 8-man, again, between schools from Colorado and Missouri. And right now, Haxtun, Colorado, getting the better of St. Paul. Flag coming down. Looks like someone might have moved just a smidge early there for Haxtun. As a retry again from the 8-yard line. 6:49 to go in this first half. So 42-6. Wolf looking, and it's going to be incomplete. Knocked down by Gallup. A couple flags come down, though. Let's see what the flags are first. Holding against Haxtun was the call. The pass was deflected and knocked away. So we're going to keep it here at 42-6. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from the Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by Cotton Body Shop, LLC. Complete collision repair and restoration at 204 West Georgia Street in Oregon, Missouri. The Cotton Body Shop has served the Oregon community since 1961. Everything from diamond paints, aluminum body repair, unibody and frame repair, and pro spot welding. Call Troy Cotton today at 660-446-2008 or check them out online at cottonbodyshopllc.com. And yes, thank you for watching Sarah there as well. And Del Stratham, hometowns in Colorado. He plays there for Santa Fe High School now, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Yeah, Sarah, absolutely. I had the opportunity. I was trying to figure out I was going to come to this game about Wednesday or Thursday, and I decided I was going to come over here and watch this unique experience between Colorado and Missouri. So I knew people from Colorado wouldn't be able to drive over to Concordia on this beautiful Saturday. So I'm glad I could be able to offer this little broadcast so you guys can watch your Fighting Bulldogs 9 hours away from home. And Anderson to kick off again here for Haxtun, up 42-6. Be a high kick, be taken inside the 15-yard line. This is Woods. He's going to stop his feet and get near the 25. They get taken down by 3 or 4 Haxtun defenders. They're marking him down right at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for St. Paul. St. Paul coming back to the line. We are at 6:40 to go, 6:44 to go in this first half. St. Paul trying to get something going here on offense. Maggart in at quarterback. One receiver split to each side. Maggart trying to get to the outside. Stiff arm one defender, but comes up here. An excellent open field tackle by Zach Stats. Stats was there along with Bornhoft. Bornhoft got the initial fingertips on Maggart enough to slow him down for Stats to finish him off underneath. 6:20 to go in this first half. St. Paul last week defeated Orick in a conference matchup 38-26. Orick last night also lost to College Heights 66-60. So Orick starting the year 0-2. St. Paul Lutheran down here. Throwing the ball out of the backfield to Gallup, and he gets hit immediately by Wolf, and incomplete. So 3rd down and 11. Gallup shaking up a little bit on the play. Looks like he's going to stay in the game, though. Just kind of got the wind knocked at him, I think. Ball was a little thrown high, and they're going to take him out of the game here for a minute. Let him catch his breath. Got hit it right in the back with his arms extended out there. And it looks like Coach Gifford's going to call a timeout here for St. Paul Lutheran. So we'll take a timeout with them. It is 6:02 to go in the first half. Haxtun, Colorado leading St. Paul Lutheran 42-6. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by St. Joe Bucks Football. Do you want to continue your football career after high school? St. Joe Bucks Football is an opportunity to give athletes a second chance after high school football. We thrive to better ourselves as athletes and to better our communities. If you are 18 plus and want to continue your playing the sport you love after high school, contact St. Joe Bucks on Facebook or st.joebucks@gmail.com. The 2023 Midwest Region Football Championship team included players from Albany, Slater, Southold, and Stewartsville-Osborne. So after the timeout, we got Sheets in at quarterback, and looks like Maggart will be the tailback now for St. Paul as Gallup catches his breath on the sideline. So Sheets at quarterback. He's back to pass, looking deep, looking for Woods. He's going to make the catch at the 30, to the 25-20, and down near the 10-yard line. As Peyton Woods got behind the defense, Zach Stats with the touchdown saving tackle, but a nice throw there by Easton Sheets to Peyton Woods. They're going to get all the way down to the 11-yard line of Haxtun. That's a 45-yard completion there from Sheets to Woods. 5:50 to go here in the first half. One receiver to the left for St. Paul is Kunkel, and one to the right is Woods. Who just made that reception. Sheets in the shotgun. Hand out to Maggart. Maggart goes up the middle, and he's going to bounce off one defender. Falls forward inside the 10, near to about the 8 or 7 or 8 yard line. We'll give him the 7, I think. So 2nd and 6 coming up here for St. Paul. Again, updates from around the state. The other two games happening today. Schuyler County leads number 6, Bishop LeBlanc, late third quarter, 36-20. And at halftime, it was Plattsburgh up 46-22 on Knox County. Again, Schuyler and Plattsburgh play next Friday in Plattsburgh. Sheets still the quarterback. Back to pass. Looking. Looks to the back of the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. And is intercepted by number 34, Kanan Koberstein. We'll see if they officially mark the spot here on the return. Threw it up in the end zone there, and he got tackled right near the goal line. And they're going to call it a touchback. He was tackled in the end zone.
Tackle was made in the end zone, so the ball comes out to the 15.
So out to the 15-yard line, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for Haxtun. St. Paul had a nice drive there going. The turnover there in the red zone. Nice interception there by the sophomore Koberstein for Haxtun. 5:50 to go in the first half. Shotgun here for Wolf. Wolf, fake the handoff to Kelly. Wolf to the outside to the 30, to the 35, 40, down to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And there goes Rylan Wolf, 65-yard touchdown run. So St. Paul Lutheran gives it a long touchdown, as now Wolf on the day is up to 12 carries for 221 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Fighting Bulldogs. .439 to go in the first half, as Haxtun now at 48-6, paying the 2-point conversion. Hand off to Kelly up the middle, and he's going to waltz into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And Haxtun, they go up 50-6 on St. Paul Lutheran here in the first half. We'll take a timeout and take a look at our sponsors here at Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by the Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. It's going to take place August 9th through 11th in 2024. They're looking for candidates in Missouri for this meet-in-the-middle concept to play a prestigious 8-man program from either Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, or South Carolina. Teams are looking for unique out-of-state matchups between well-regarded programs with a strong finish in 2023 and a good outlook for 2024. If a program is selected, they would not pay any fees to participate. All games are streamed through YouTube through 8-Man Extreme, and the National Scouting Report will have a college scout on site. And we are back here in Concordia. 50-6 lead for Haxtun over St. Paul Lutheran. And Anderson will kick off again here for the Fighting Bulldogs. Rankin and Woods back deep for St. Paul. They're kicking it to go to Woods near the 10-yard line. It's going to be reverse to Rankin. And he's going to be walloped just past the 20-yard line. Flag comes out late. They might have a late hit here for St. Paul, as Owen Isdell took his man and drove him far out of bounds. As returned out to the 23-yard line. There's going to be a hold from half distance from the penalty there from the 8-yard line, so they're going to mark it back to the 9. So 1st and 10 for St. Paul inside their own 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up here for St. Paul. 4:35 to go. Maggart back at quarterback. Gallup in the backfield with him. Maggart trying to get outside of the pocket. Makes one man miss. Spins out. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to get taken down. That is Stats with a stop. So he gets up near the 15-yard line. Gain of about 6 for Maggart. So it's going to be 2nd down coming up here for St. Paul. Second down about 4. St. Paul breaks the huddle. Maggart takes the snap. Back to pass. Under some pressure. Loads it up deep. Looks for Woods. Woods going to make the catch, and he's going to over-the-shoulder fingertip grab by Peyton Woods. A heck of a reception there by Woods. And that'd be a 1st down up to the Haxtun 38-yard line. Woods had a pretty decent game here for St. Paul. So right now for Woods, has 62 yards rushing, going with 72 yards receiving. 1 total touchdown. A few, 3 or 4 big plays so far on offense in this game, and a couple of nice returns in the kickoff game. Sheets back at quarterback, looking for Woods again, and he's going to make another catch there with the fingertips near the 20-yard line. Peyton Woods continues to make plays here for St. Paul. Get up to the 21, gain of 17 on the play.
First down for the Saints.
As Woods can come to the sideline here to catch a little breather after back-to-back impressive catches on the sideline. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Haxtun up 50-6. St. Paul driving. And we're going to have a false start here as Gallup couldn't hold his water. A little anxious there. And mark it back to the 26-yard line. 1st and 15 incoming for St. Paul. Ball's to the 26 and get down to the 11 for a first for St. Paul. St. Paul desperately needs some points on this drive. 2:56 to go in this first half. One receiver to each side for St. Paul. Sheets back to pass. A lot of pressure. Steps out. Trying to run, and he'll be taken down as that's Stats there on the stop. Grant Stats. That was a pass play there, so Sheets is sacked there by Stats. And they're going to mark it back to the 30-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 19 for St. Paul. As Maggart right now has St. Paul has Maggart, Bobson, and Woods all on the sideline. Another pass attempt. This one is knocked away. Josh Wright there on the stop. So this will bring up 3rd down. Cole Glazer there on the stop, actually, my mistake. Number 4, senior for the Haxtun Fighting Bulldogs. 2:09 to go in this first half. Woods back in the game for St. Paul. Gallup in the backfield. Sheets at quarterback, down to 8 in the play clock. As Kunkel gets out there, down to 2, get a snap off at 1. Sheets looking deep, looking for Woods. It's going to go up and incomplete. Good defense and double coverage there. Zach Stats back there with Schellings. Both of them have, I think, combined for 3 interceptions so far today. So this will bring up 4th down and 19. So 4th and 19 coming up here for St. Paul after the incompletion. And we have a stoppage here.
Time taken for a water break.
Timeout St. Paul Lutheran here on the field. So we're going to take a timeout here with the timeout on the field here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is sponsored by Brink Sportswear, providing high-quality, sublimated sports uniforms and apparel at a fraction of the price. Contact Coach Logan Foster today at Brink Sportswear on Twitter or Facebook and discover the Brink difference. This Missouri 8-Man Football live broadcast is sponsored by Eye Candy Graphic Arts. If you need a graphic designer in the St. Joseph area, give Eye Candy Graphic Arts a call at 816-279-0056 or stop by their offices at 1301 South 58th Street in St. Joseph. They can design you a customized logo today. And we are back, 4th and 19 for St. Paul. Need to get down near the 11-yard line. Sheets takes a snap, under pressure, looking deep, looking for his man, and just going to be knocked down this time. Heads up play by Zach Stats to knock down the would-be interception. And Coach Stone very happy with that decision for his young sophomore. So this will bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 30-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half. So this will be up first down and 10. Starting offense still here for Haxtun, up 50-6. Wolf in the shotgun, has Kelly in the backfield with him. Wolf, back to pass, under pressure, looking deep, looking for his man, and it's going to be caught. Zach Stats to the 10, the 5, touchdown. Pinpoint pass by Wolf and a great catch by Stats. Excellent defense there by St. Paul, just a better catch, the 50-yard touchdown. Right outside the defender's hands there, and that makes it 56-6 on the dime pass by Rylan Wolf. Again, last year as a sophomore, led the team to the state semifinals with about 28 yards, 100 yards of all-purpose on offense and 30-plus touchdowns. And he's going to be well on his way to surpassing that this year already with an excellent game today. Over 200 yards rushing, over 100 yards passing at least here today. I'll look at the stats here in a second. After the two-point try, gets to Kelly, and Kelly's going to roll his way into the end zone for a two-point conversion, as that makes it Haxtun 58, St. Paul Lutheran 6. After the quick strike touchdown by the Fighting Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout from our look at our sponsors here. This Missouri 8-Man football broadcast is brought to you by Napa Auto and Race. Get high-quality auto parts with great customer service at Napa Auto and Race at 3908 Frederick Avenue in St. Joseph. Or give Napa a call at 816-232-7373. You see we are back here for the Haxtun Fighting Bulldogs and the St. Paul Lutheran Saints. As St. Paul struggling in this one, 58-6 lead for Haxtun. As Anderson to kick off here for Haxtun. Woods and Rankin back deep for St. Paul. 1:49 to go in this first half. Kick be taken by Woods. Now Rankin's going to take it about his own 6-yard line. Rankin trying to reverse field. He does for a second. Down to the 15, to the 20. Gets a big block to the 30. And a flag does come out. We're going to actually have a legal blindside block. And we're going to have a blindside block here for St. Paul. Personally, I don't like the rule, but that is the rule there. The illegal blindside block. It looks like they may have got Maggart there on the block. So one of the Haxtun Bulldogs ran to a freight truck and didn't see it coming. Yeah, legal blindside block is the call against St. Paul. So it should be half distance from the goal from the spot of the foul, I believe, on there. So it's at their 20-yard line. Should be 1st and 10 for St. Paul near the 20. So we get this ball spotted here. And we are back here after the return by Rankin. And they marked the ball at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for St. Paul from their own 10-yard line after the penalty. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Thank you to our friends in Colorado for finding our Facebook page here today and being able to view your Haxtun Fighting Bulldogs on this Saturday afternoon. A long road trip to Concordia, Missouri, here on I-70 between Kansas City and Columbia. Maggart going to roll to his right. Looking, and he's going to find Rankin. Actually, that's not Rankin for the catch. That is going to be Hartwig. Makes the reception. Excellent diving catch. Enough for a first down up across the 20, up to about the 21, 22-yard line. So Maggart held on to that for as long as he could, and then found Hartwig at the 22. Gain of 12, first down St. Paul. Clock is ticking here down to 1:30 to go in this first half. It is 58-6, down to 1:20. 7 on the play clock. And I believe Haxtun got a timeout in before the snap. So we'll take a timeout with them as Haxtun looking to keep the 6 points allowed on the scoreboard there as it's 58-6. Timeout Haxtun here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by T&S Butcher Shop at 21257 Monroe Road, 285 in Paris, Missouri. It's the place to go for your meat needs, from deer to hogs to sheep to cows. If you need a butcher in Northeast Missouri, give T&S Butcher Shop a call at 660-327-3244. And we are back here. Yeah, thank you, Shelby, for the comment on here. I would love being able to show the game here for you guys on the Facebook Live there for the Colorado people who weren't able to make the 8+ hour drive over to St. Paul. Shotgun here for Maggart. One receiver to each side. It'd be a power play off the right side, and he's going to be taken down. He's going to roll forward near to the 25. He gained a 3 on the play up to the 25-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 7. 1 minute to go in the first half. St. Paul not in a big hurry here. 2nd down and 7 coming up for St. Paul. Okay, 2 receivers to the right. A tight end. A little off-balance line, so the left guard is eligible here for St. Paul. It's going to be a counter play back to the left side for Kreisel. And it's going to be a short gain. Third down and 7 coming up here for St. Paul. 25 seconds left. They officially don't have to snap it, but they're going to get at least one more play off here. And the 20 now on the play clock and 15 on the game clock. Maggart. Back to pass, looking deep, looking for a man. It's going to be incomplete, looking for Kreisel. Back there deep in coverage with Schelling. Incomplete. Cone also there in coverage for Haxtun. 6.4 seconds remaining here in the first half. 4th and 7 coming up here for St. Paul. Going to run one more play here in the first half for the St. Paul offense. 6.4 seconds left. So we'll see what St. Paul decides to do here. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining according to my sheet. 6.4 seconds. Got 1 receiver split out to the right. Is Kunkel. Woods out to the left. Maggart back to pass. Maggart rolling to his right. Just looking deep, looking. It's going to be intercepted by Wolf. Wolf on the return to the 30, to the 25-20. Down to the 15, to the 10, trying to return it back for a touchdown. Reverses field, and he is in for a touchdown. There is a flag down by the quarterback, so as of right now, it's a pick 6. But right where Maggart went down is where a flag is at. Personal foul, targeting against Haxtun.
Targeting against the Bulldogs.
So it should be one more play here for St. Paul if they want it. Let's see what Haxton's kind of going on the field, but the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. So if it's an offensive penalty, we could end the half here, but it's a defensive penalty, so you could have 1 untimed down. So 4th down from the 30 now, after the penalty. So I believe that penalty should be assessed from the line of scrimmage, not from the spot of the foul. If it's from... Actually, it should be from the line of scrimmage, not from the spot of the foul, I believe, on there. They're going to mark it from where the foul occurred on the field instead of from the line of scrimmage, so... Doesn't matter a whole bunch here. It's going to be 4th down, last play, this time from the 30-yard line. Maggart be at quarterback. Gallup is going to be his personal protector. He's got Kunkel and Woods as his receivers on the right side. Haxtun shielding guys over on the right side. Be the final play. 2 down linemen for Haxtun. Maggart's going to fake it. He's going to take it on the right side now. Maggart, and he's going to get upended across midfield up to the 35 of Haxtun, and that will do it here for the first half. Final play there is he gets up to the Haxtun 35-yard line. And that is going to be the end of the first half. Haxtun 58, St. Paul Lutheran 6. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is sponsored by Brink Sportswear, providing high-quality, sublimated sports uniforms and apparel at a fraction of the price. Contact Coach Logan Foster today at Brink Sportswear on Twitter or Facebook and discover the Brink difference. This Missouri 8-Man Football Live broadcast is sponsored by Eye Candy Graphic Arts. If you need a graphic designer in the St. Joseph area, give Eye Candy Graphic Arts a call at 816-279-0056 or stop by their offices at 1301 South 58th Street in St. Joseph. They can design you a customized logo today. This Missouri 8-Man football broadcast is brought to you by Napa Auto and Race. Get high-quality auto parts with great customer service at Napa Auto and Race at 3908 Frederick Avenue in St. Joseph. Or give Napa a call at 816-232-7373. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by T&S Butcher Shop at 21257 Monroe Road, 285 in Paris, Missouri. It's the place to go for your meat needs, from deer to hogs to sheep to cows. If you need a butcher in Northeast Missouri, give T&S Butcher Shop a call at 660-327-3244. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by Cotton Body Shop, LLC. Complete collision repair and restoration at 204 West Georgia Street in Oregon, Missouri. The Cotton Body Shop has served the Oregon community since 1961. Everything from diamond paints, aluminum body repair, unibody and frame repair, and pro spot welding. Call Troy Cotton today at 660-446-2008 or check them out online at cottonbodyshopllc.com. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by St. Joe Bucks Football. Do you want to continue your football career after high school? St. Joe Bucks Football is an opportunity to give athletes a second chance after high school football. We thrive to better ourselves as athletes and to better our communities. If you are 18 plus and want to continue your playing the sport you love after high school, contact St. Joe Bucks on Facebook or st.joebucks@gmail.com. The 2023 Midwest Region Football Championship team included players from Albany, Slater, Southold, and Stewartsville-Osborne. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl and Rising Stars game. The All-American Bowl is for high school seniors, while the Rising Star game is for the underclassmen. Takes place December 15th through the 17th in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Nominations are preferred to become from coaches and scouts and take place between October 2nd and November 13th. All games are streamed for free on YouTube through 8-Man Extreme, and the National Scouting Report will have a scout on site. Great opportunity for high school players from Missouri to show their talents against the best players from Tennessee here at the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl and Rising Stars game. And again, we are live here from Concordia, Missouri, between Kansas City and Columbia, as we have Haxtun, Colorado, the number 2 team in Colorado, versus number 5, St. Paul Lutheran in Missouri, and it's 58-6, Haxtun leading here. So a great game here from the Bulldogs. Came out here and played really well in this first half. I just want to go through these scores that are happening, not just here, but around the state. last night. And again, number 1 team in the state, Archie, last night in Appleton City. We had that game here on Facebook Live. It was 66-6, Archie over Appleton. Number 2, Platte Valley took care of Princeton 64-24. Number 3, Worth County defeated Mountain City 74-18. Probably one of the better games of the weekend. Albany upsets number 4, East Atchison in Tarkio 22-18. Drexel, number 7 team in the state, scored with 30 seconds remaining to upend Lockwood 52-48. A great game there between those two teams. Had a couple of fun games over the last year. 3 matchups there between those two teams, and Drexel has gotten the better of them each time, but they've been really good games. Number 8, Oric fell to College Heights 66-60. College Heights already doubling last year's win total. Won 1 game in their first season last year, have won 2 wins this season. Nottoway Valley, number 10 team in the state, held off King City 26-16, and the number 10 South Holt defeated Pattonsburg 82-32 in a high-scoring game. The first quarter took almost an hour. The first half took an hour and 45 minutes. Concordia defeated Northbourne Hardin Central 14-6. North Andrew took care of DeKalb 62-18. Rich Hill gets their first win of the season, defeating Jasper 54-18. Greenfield fell to Liberal 44-8. Bramer and North Shelby. North Shelby led early, but Bramer came storming back and beat them 86-46. Santa Fe took down Northland Christian 74-50. Osceola defeated Northwest Hughesville 46-22 for their second win of the year already for the Indian program. Paris gets their first ever Missouri 8-man football win over Slater 56-12. Stanberry defeats Rockport 52-32. Sweet Springs squeaks by Southwest Livingston 22-20. And St. Joseph Christian defeated Stewartsville Osborne 62-52. Updates on the games that are happening today. As we look here, Schuyler County and LeBlond. Schuyler County, with about 9 minutes to go, is up 44-20 on number 6 ranked Bishop LeBlond. So Schuyler County making a strong case to be ranked next week as they'll host Plattsburgh. And Plattsburgh, number 9 team in the state, they traveled to Knox County today. At halftime, they were up 46-22. And then again in this game, it's Haxtun leading St. Paul Lutheran 58-6. So we're just going to leave this score up here and take a little bit of a timeout for the halftime here. And again, we have 9 minutes left to go in this first the halftime break. So we'll take a timeout and be back with you guys with some stats coming up here in about 5 minutes. And we are back here in Concordia, Missouri for the second half of this game here between Haxtun, Colorado and St. Paul Lutheran. St. Paul Lutheran, number 5 team coming of the week from Missouri. Haxtun, the number 2 team in Colorado. It's been all Haxtun here in the first half. Other scores we want to update you guys for. A final score, Schuyler County knocks off number 6 Bishop LeBlanc 52-28, and Plattsburgh currently leads 70-36 over Knox County with about 10 minutes to go in that one. And again, this one, you're going to start the third quarter. St. Paul Lutheran trailing Haxtun 58-6. Stats in the first half. We'll start with St. Paul Lutheran. Passing, Sheets is thrown for 79 yards and 3 interceptions. Maggart, 39 yards and 1 interception. Rushing the ball, Woods with 1 carry for 62 yards. Maggart, 12 for 27. Kreisel, 1 for 0. Gallup, 2 for -1. And Sheets, 2 for -4. Receiving, Peyton Woods, 3 receptions for 89 yards. Rankin has a catch for 14 yards. Hartwig, 1 for 12. And Kreisel, 1 for 3. On the other side for Haxtun, Ryland Wolf, 12 carries, 221 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Grant Stats, 9 for 65. Kalen Kelly, 5 for 30 and 2 scores. And Zach Stats, 3 for 19 and no score. Wolf is also 4 of 5 passing for 80 yards and 2 scores. 2 receptions for 65 yards and 2 scores for Grant Stats. Sorry, it should be, we'll fix that here in a minute. One of those should have went to Zach Stats for the touchdown. Corbin Anderson, 1 for 9 yards, and Kelly, 1 for 6. I'm going to see if I can go back here to the stats and correct that real quick. So again, that one should have been to Zach Stats for the touchdown. So we're going to update that and go back to the leaderboard here and see if that corrects it there. So yeah, so Zach Stats has 1 reception for 50 yards. Grant has 1 for 15. Both have a touchdown receiving today for Haxtun. And both teams are on the field and warming up here for the second half. So we're going to bring it here. Also, we want to shout out to our sponsor of our media poll, Rain Physical Therapy in Maryville. You can see it there. Top 10 teams. We actually had 11 teams in our top 10 because 2 teams tied for 10. But Archie, Platte Valley, Worth County, Drexel, Plattsburgh, Noe Valley, and South Holt. 7 of them got wins here this weekend, with East Atchison falling to Albany. St. Paul Lutheran going to lose here to Haxtun, and then Bishop LeBlanc and Orick both falling as well. LeBlanc to Schuyler and Orick to College Heights. With that one, North Shelby, they also lost to Brainerd receiving votes. Appleton lost to Archie. Albany, they won. Schuyler is going to win. Stanbury and Sweet Springs both picked up wins in the receiving votes categories. But we are back here. We're going to reset everything, and Haxtun is going to kick off here to St. Paul Lutheran to start the second half. Again, thank you to Rain Physical Therapy for sponsoring our media poll. As Anderson to kick off here for Haxtun, we'll have a running clock in the second half. As Corbin Anderson, the sophomore, prepared to kick off. And Haxtun, they brought a pretty good crowd here today. I was pretty impressed with the travel here from the 8 to 9 hour drive to how many people came to support the Fighting Bulldogs. Rankin is going to take it near the 10-yard line, trying to get the outside. He will not get there. Seth Seeger on the stop. Excellent tackle. And he's going to get up to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18 for St. Paul. Again, we're going to have a running clock here in the second half with a 52-point spread here for Haxtun over St. Paul. So St. Paul comes to the line. Maggart there at quarterback, Gallup the tailback. Woods and Kunkel to the left. Woods in the slot. Little option play. Maggart to Gallup. Gallup trying to get around the edge and nowhere to go. Excellent open field tackle there on the far side by Braden Plump. And Gallup is down for St. Paul. So they're going to have the guys over there and look at him. There's an official stoppage on the field. That one goes to a knee on the run for Gallup. As he's down there in some pain on the far sideline. And again, this is the scores that are going on from around the state With that, Bishop Lawn, they fell to Schuyler County today, 52-28, and Plattsburgh is up 70-36 on Knox County. And that Gallup on his feet there. And they're just going to keep him on that far sideline, I believe, so he doesn't have to walk across the field. And Coach Gifford has his helmet there, so I think Gallup's day is probably done for today. Down big, one of your starters. And he's just going to walk off the field across here. So he just had his wind knocked at him a little bit there. As Gallup coming off the field, Sheets is going to be in at quarterback. He's probably going to move Maggart back to tailback here, coming up for St. Paul. And we wait to see here, and they're going to restart the clock, and the running clock is back on here. Sheets at quarterback, Maggart at tailback, Woods in the slot for St. Paul. Sheets back to pass, under pressure, hit as he throws, and it's going to be almost intercepted. And that's Plump, who was there getting close to it. I think he may have heard footsteps, thought someone else was going to be there. Coach said, hey, go get it. Go get the ball. Good pressure there for Josh Wright for Haxtun. He's had a heck of a game here for the Fighting Bulldogs. Very impressed with the senior defensive lineman there for Haxtun. Again, running clock here, 10:05 to go in the third quarter. Handoff to Maggart. Maggart trying to get to the outside, stiff armed another defender. And he's going to get across the 30 and knocked out of bounds by Schelling. And you get across to the 32-yard line. So nice run there by Maggart up to the 32, gain of 14. And Maggart's down on the sideline. And he's going down. They're going to bring another guy into the game here. Looks like Rankin's going to play a little bit of running back. He might be cramping up. There he is. Looks like there's another cramp there for Jaden Maggart. He's been dealing with him all game there in this heat. And again, don't worry, by the time you get to Missouri, get the playoff season, you won't have enough layers to put on here in the playoffs in Missouri 8-man football. Sheets back at quarterback by himself. Back to pass. The ball is up and nearly intercepted. As that is Kalen Kelly showing off the hops. Couldn't quite bring it down. Does knock it down, though. So 2nd and 10.
Minimum amount of time.
Comes in. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down for the Saints.
Four minutes to go in Knox County as Plattsburgh leaves 78-42 over there. So Plattsburgh getting the best of Knox County right now in that one. So the Tigers are going to go 2-0 in their first year in 8-man football. They'll host Schuyler County next week. Sheets with the screen pass to Woods. Woods is going to make the catch. And he's going to get suplexed out of bounds. And a flag comes out late. Yeah, that's going to be a flag on Colin Cone for the slam at the end.
Personal foul is called against the Bulldogs.
So Woods had the reception. He's going to get up across the 35 to the 37. And they're going to add a penalty at the end of the play on the defense there for Cone for the late hit.
About a 4-yard gain on that play, plus the 15.
So they're going to advance the ball up to the Haxtun 28-yard line.
In Bulldog territory.
And that will be a first down for St. Paul. 1st and 10 in Haxtun territory. Again, Plattsburgh leading 78-42 over Knox. And a little counterplay on the right side. Rankin has the ball. Minimal gain there for Rankin. Be no gain back to the 28. So we are here in the third quarter here in the final game of the weekend as Plattsburgh and Knox County are finishing up. And next week, we're originally planning to go to number 3, Worth County at North Andrew. But I think I'm going to leave it up to a poll we're going to put up on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Either go to that game, go to Nottoway Valley hosting East Atchison, could be a top 10 matchup, or Plattsburgh at Schuyler County. Sheets looking deep, looking for Woods inside the 10-yard line and pushed out of bounds by Cone. Another excellent catch by Peyton Woods, as he's been very impressive here so far today. Down bounds at the 10-yard line, gain of 18. So right on the 10-yard line, first down and 10. First and goal from the 10 coming up here for St. Paul as they try to get the first points of the second half. 6:13 to go in this third quarter. Back to pass is Sheets, looking for Woods, and they're incomplete. A flag comes out as Braden Plum in coverage that time, and they might say they got a bit of the jersey there. Coaching staff for Haxtun disagrees, but the Zebras are going to make the call. Looks like they're going to call a holding call as Woods coming out of his break. Looks like the defender might got a little bit too much of the blue jersey.
Holding is the penalty call against the Bulldogs.
And one thing I remember watching the Kelsey brothers, the New Heights podcast, and about Travis Kelsey here, and a lot of teams, when they play the Chiefs, wear those red gloves so you can't see them holding the offensive player. So maybe keep that in mind going forward there, wear the red gloves. In this one, in case the blue gloves, so you can get away with a little more holding possibly. Sheets, back to pass, rolling, pump fakes, looks in the end zone, looks for a man, and he's going to make the reception. A flag does come out, as I believe that's Rankin with the catch. There's a Haxtun Fighting Bulldog down about the 2-yard line. We'll see what the official call is. Right now is a touchdown from Sheets to Rankin. It is a touchdown, personal foul, roughing the passer, so the touchdown will stand. Excellent play by Sheets as he finds Rankin. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. That's going to be a first down and a touchdown there for St. Paul, as they're going to get up to 12 points here. Haxtun leading 58-12, pinning the 2-point conversion. So 56-12, Haxtun leading St. Paul Lutheran after the St. Paul touchdown. Haxton's going to go for 2 here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. You can watch this, a little college football at home too, as we're watching with 4 minutes to go here between Haxtun and St. Paul. Sheets at quarterback, Gallup in the backfield with him. So Gallup back in the game. Little option play. Get it out to Gallup, and he is going to be in for the 2-point conversion, as Sheets held the ball for as long as possible on the option, and Gallup is going to sneak in there for the 2-point conversion. We're going to take a timeout. It's Haxtun 58, St. Paul Lutheran 14 here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is sponsored by Brink Sportswear, providing high-quality, sublimated sports uniforms and apparel at a fraction of the price. Contact Coach Logan Foster today at Brink Sportswear on Twitter or Facebook and discover the Brink difference. This Missouri 8-Man Football Live broadcast is sponsored by Eye Candy Graphic Arts. If you need a graphic designer in the St. Joseph area, give Eye Candy Graphic Arts a call at 816-279-0056 or stop by their offices at 1301 South 58th Street in St. Joseph. They can design you a customized logo today. And we are back here. The roughing the passer call is going to enforce on the kickoff. So St. Paul will be kicking off from the Haxtun 35-yard line. And also, if you were watching earlier today on college football, Colorado upsets number 17 TCU 45-42. Deion Sanders' son, Shadur, threw for 510 yards and 4 touchdowns in the upset win over TCU. Here, squib kick is going to go off the Haxtun defender and recovered inside the 20. So it'll be first down and 10. And it'll be at the 18-yard line, it looks like here. So 1st and 10 for Haxtun from their own 18-yard line. As we're down to 2:20 to go in this third quarter. Again, a running clock in the second half with the spread the way it is. Wolf still in the game. Rolling out, and he's going to get tracked down from behind. Gets away from him, gets into the sheets. Wolf taking off. Has a convoy. Gets across the 40 to the 30, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Rylan Wolf with another good run there for Haxtun. And he's going to get down to the 26-yard line of St. Paul Lutheran. Another good play there by Rylan Wolf, as that is a 36-yard rush, and they are back to the line of scrimmage. 1:34 to go in the first half. Two receivers right, tight end on the left side. Wolf back to pass, gets the out route. It's going to be caught near the 20 and taken down. Gallup on the stop. And that's Schelling on the reception. Caden Gallup on the tackle. Gain of 6 in the play for Haxtun. As they're back in the red zone, here is Haxtun. Handoff to Kelly right at the middle. Kelly going to put his shoulder down and run through the defense as he's now down inside the 10, inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And they're going to call it the 12. Gain of 8 on that play. 1st and 10 come in here for Haxtun. Going to bring a sub in at running back, in for Kelly. Anderson in the game at fullback. Over the middle looking for the touchdown, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown. Excellent catch there by Caden Schelling in the back of the end zone. And Haxtun goes right down the field. It's a 12-yard touchdown, and Haxtun goes up 64-14. A flag is down, though. So we'll see what that flag is. Face mask against St. Paul, so the touchdown will stand. That penalty will probably be enforced on the kickoff. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. They should have one untimed down here for the 2-point try. They'll have one untimed down here to end the third quarter, as it's currently 64-14. Then on the kickoff, they'll have the running clock start again. And they're going to, touchdown is good. Face mask penalty is declined.
Face mask penalty declined.
So now it's going to be a 2-point try for Haxtun to end the third quarter. 64-14. So St. Paul again, if you remember, when they kind of redid the conferences, adding Southwest Livingston to the North Division, adding Paris and Slater, Knox and Schuyler all get added to the North Division. They kind of reworked it so Bramer got sent to the North Division with North Shelby. So now they were playing Bramer in week 2 last year. They had to fill that game because they lost them due to them picking up a conference opponent. And this is going to be Anderson into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 66-14. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter, 66-14. Take a timeout and look at our sponsors, and be back with more in the fourth quarter coming up next here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by T&S Butcher Shop at 21257 Monroe Road, 285 in Paris, Missouri. It's the place to go for your meat needs, from deer to hogs to sheep to cows. If you need a butcher in Northeast Missouri, give T&S Butcher Shop a call at 660-327-3244. And we are back here in the final. Score is final there in Edina, Missouri. It is Plattsburgh 78, Knox County 42. So Plattsburgh scores 78 points each of the first 2 weeks, as they're going to be 2-0 going into next week in a game at Schuyler County. So this is the final game of week number 2 here in Missouri 8-Man Football, finishing up, just starting the fourth quarter as it is 66-14, Haxtun leading St. Paul Lutheran. As here we go, fourth quarter. We'll have a running clock here on the whistle for the official. So 12 minutes left here in this broadcast. I want to thank everybody from Missouri and Colorado and everywhere in between for tuning in today's Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast between Haxtun and St. Paul Lutheran. This is a really cool experience to watch two teams that would never see each other on a regular basis get to play a football game against each other. Now Woods from the 10-yard line, trying to reverse field a little bit, and he gets spun down. Excellent tackle. That is by Zach Freirear, a sophomore there for Haxtun with the tackle in the open field. First and 10 to the 23-yard line here for St. Paul Lutheran. So again, we are in the final 11 and a half minutes of this ball game. And the play clock should start here soon. We'll get the first snap of the fourth quarter. There's 7 players right now on the field for St. Paul. We got a late one running on there in Jaden Batista. They let another play call here, and we've got 10 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers to the left, Woods in the slot, Maggart in the backfield with Gallup. Maggart, keeper. Delays, go to the left side, going to get to the edge, and still rumbling and stumbling across the 35. Nice run there for Maggart. Good tackle there by Angel Acosta for the Fighting Bulldogs. Ball getting across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Gain of 14 on the play for Maggart. As clock's still running here, St. Paul with the ball. 66-14 lead for Haxtun as we have 10:25 to go in the ball game. And again, next, because I was saying there, I'm going to leave it up to the Facebook and Twitter polls, and we're going to see where we're going to officially go. Ball's loose there for a second. Gallup's going to pick it up, and he's going to get stood up and slammed down by about half the Haxtun defense. Broken play there for St. Paul. Loss of a couple back to the 35. Second and 12 coming up for St. Paul. 9:50 to go in the game. Again, 9:50 to go in this Saturday afternoon game, the final game of the week in Missouri 8-man football. Sheets, back to pass. Looking, got to make it to be caught. Looks like it's Woods to the 20, right inside the 30, and he gets pushed out of bounds. So Peyton Woods has had a nice game here still for St. Paul Lutheran. Yeah, first down up to the Haxtun 28-yard line where they're going to mark this. So Woods now with 6 receptions for 129 yards, also has a 62-yard touchdown run. So he's been pretty good here for St. Paul today. 1 receiver to each side. Sheets in the shotgun. Gallup behind him. Gallup got to pick up the blitz. Sheets back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Taken down by Seth Seeger. The sophomore with the sack there for Haxtun. We're down to 8:45 to go in the ball game. As he beat the right guard there around the edge, he's able to get the Sheets for the sack. Sheets can throw a nice ball, not overly mobile there in the pocket. 1 receiver to the right is Rankin. It looks like Kunkel out to the left. Sheets to the quarterback. Sheets looking, going to find his man, and Hartwig with the reception. Get inside the 30 down to about the 26. So nice reception there for Hartwig. So nice reception there for Hartwig as he did get down to the 26. Sheets back to pass. Set up a little screen pass to Gallup. Gallup makes one man miss and get pushed out of bounds inside the 25. And that was 4th down, so it's going to be at the 22-yard line. The turnover on downs, 1st and 10 coming up for Haxtun from their own 22-yard line. 7:15 to go. Haxtun looking to have a great year in Colorado. We'll probably keep an eye on them here in Missouri 8-man football to see how they do the rest of the season. Do appreciate them coming over to the state of Missouri today to play a high school football game. And again, looking back at Haxton's history, they do remind me a lot of teams in Missouri, such as like Worth County and North Andrew, Stanberry, Mountain City back a couple years ago and before, where they had some just really good, stout teams each and every year. And you got backup quarterback in now, and he's going to take it right up the gut, as that is Colin Cohn. A nice run there by Cohn as he gets up to the 29-yard line, gain of 7. As Wolf's day is done for Haxton, he finished the day with 13 rushes for 257 yards and 4 touchdowns, along with 6 of 7 passing for 98 yards and 3 scores. So he finishes the day with 7 touchdowns for Haxton. And we're going to have a timeout here on the field for a water break. And I'm going to take a quick second to look at our ad sponsors here in Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by Cotton Body Shop, LLC. Complete collision repair and restoration at 204 West Georgia Street in Oregon, Missouri. The Cotton Body Shop has served the Oregon community since 1961. Everything from diamond paints, aluminum body repair, unibody and frame repair, and pro spot welding. Call Troy Cotton today at 660-446-2008 or check them out online at cottonbodyshopllc.com. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by St. Joe Bucks Football. Do you want to continue your football career after high school? St. Joe Bucks Football is an opportunity to give athletes a second chance after high school football. We thrive to better ourselves as athletes and to better our communities. If you are 18 plus and want to continue your playing the sport you love after high school, contact St. Joe Bucks on Facebook or st.joebucks@gmail.com. And we are back here, so 4th quarter. Cohn back to pass, looking deep down the right sideline for his man, incomplete. Over the head for his intended receiver, looking for number 10, Chase Goddard, sophomore for Haxton. Nice ball there, though, by Cohn. 3rd and a short 3 coming up for Haxton. And thank you for watching, Shirley Kelly, for sponsoring the game, so we can watch it from Nebraska. Yeah, absolutely glad you were able to watch it from everywhere from Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri. In the past, we've had family members watch from Wyoming and South Carolina, so we've had a lot of interesting places that have watched our Missouri 8-Man football. Cohn keeps it himself, and he'll get pushed out of bounds by Gallup.
Pushed him out of bounds. 1st down for the Bulldogs.
And Cohn going to get across the 35 up to the 37-yard line, gain of 8 on the play. As we're at 5:20 to go in the ball game. Haxton with the ball right near midfield. Cohn back to pass, looking, and he's going to complete the pass on the out route right near the 1st down marker. It's a catch by Coleman. Coleman Fermi. Or it's Firm. I'm sorry if your name wrong there, Colin. Coleman. It's going to be right up to the 32-yard line of St. Paul. So Haxton back in scoring position here. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Looking the flat. Has Anderson. Anderson is going to get tackled by Woods. He's going to fall forward near the 20.
Probably about 8 yards on the play.
So nice catch and run there by Corbin Anderson as he gets up to the 22-yard line, gain of 10. Another 1st down for the Fighting Bulldogs. Ball in the left hash, just outside the red zone. As we are down to 4:10 to go in the ball game here on the Saturday afternoon. Pitch out to the left side. This is Becerra. And he's going to get pushed out of bounds after a gain of a little over 5. Rankin there on the stop. Becerra there with the carry. So Becerra up to the 16-yard line, gain of 6 in the play. Becerra is a freshman for the Fighting Bulldogs. Getting his first varsity action. 3:35 to go in the game. I sent a man in motion. Anderson with the carry. Stays up the middle. Carrying guys with him inside the 10-yard line now, down to about the 8. Hartwig there to stop him. And they're going to mark it at the 7-yard line. First and goal from the 7 for Haxtun. Blow the whistle here, ready to play. First and goal from the 7. Anderson, carry up the middle, and he'll be stopped about the 2-yard line. Kreisel there for St. Paul. Gain up to the 2. Second and goal coming from the 2. Second and goal coming from the 2. 2:45 to go in the ball game here. Haxtun looking to get one more score on the board. Flag does come out and trying to get to the end zone, and he does. That's Cannon Koberstein getting into the end zone. There's a flag down for an illegal shift against Haxtun, so they're going to push it back 5 yards. So mark it back to the 7. Again, we are down to 2:10 to go in the ball game here between Haxtun and St. Paul Lutheran. Running clock second half. 66-14 lead for Haxtun, trying to get to that 70-point mark. This is Haxton's first game of the year. Last week had a bye week. Week 2, we're supposed to play a local rival. Local rival backed out of the game, so Haxtun was searching for one. They found our Twitter account as Anderson in for a touchdown there for this 7-yard touchdown run for Anderson.
Anderson, the ball carrier.
So, yeah, they had a local team back out of the game. Coach Stone for Haxtun started lurking up on the internet for teams that they could possibly play. They found up my Twitter account at Missouri 8-Man Football, and they were able to – I was able to get them in contact with St. Paul Lutheran, and here we are on a Saturday afternoon. So, pretty cool to get Haxtun, Colorado here to Concordia. A touchdown makes it 72-14. 2-point try here coming. And they're going to get out to the outside to Koberstein, and he is into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that makes it Haxtun 74, St. Paul Lutheran 14. As we got about a minute left, take one more timeout here and back with more here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl and Rising Stars game. The All-American Bowl is for high school seniors, while the Rising Star game is for the underclassmen. Takes place December 15th through the 17th in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Nominations are preferred to become from coaches and scouts and take place between October 2nd and November 13th. All games are streamed for free on YouTube through 8-Man Extreme, and the National Scouting Report will have a scout on site. Great opportunity for high school players from Missouri to show their talents against the best players from Tennessee here at the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl and Rising Stars game. And we are back here. Kickoff by there to be recovered by St. Paul near the 15-yard line, trying to get to the edge. This could be the last play of the game with a running clock. Nice return there by Kreisel. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the game. Haxtun, Colorado comes to Missouri and takes down number 5 ranked St. Paul Lutheran. 74-14 is the win here for Haxtun. So congratulations to Haxtun. Thank you for everyone from Colorado and Missouri and everywhere in between for tuning into this Saturday afternoon game. Really do appreciate it. We're going to take a quick look here at the scores from around the state to close it out here. Again, that's Archie over Appleton, 66-6. Platte Valley over Princeton, 64-24. Worth County over Mound City, 74-18. Albany over number 4 ranked East Atchison, 22-18. Drexel defeats Lockwood, 52-48. College Heights defeats Oric 66-60. Nottoway Valley holds off King City 26-16. South Holt dispatches Pattonsburg 82-32. Concordia defeats Northern Hardin Central 14-6. North Andrew defeats DeKalb 62-18. Rich Hill defeats Jasper 54-18. Liberal defeats Greenfield 44-8. Bramer takes down North Shelby 86-46. Santa Fe defeats Northland 74-50. Osceola defeats Northwest Hughesville 46-22. Paris gets their first 8-man win, defeating Slater 56-12. Stanberry defeats Rockport 52-32. Sweet Springs over Southwest Livingston 22-20. St. Joe Christian over Stewartsville Osborne 52-22. Today's scores: it was Schuyler over LeBlanc 52-28. Plattsburgh over Knox County 78-42, and here Haxtun over St. Paul 74-14. Final stats for St. Paul: Woods led the way rushing with 62 yards, Maggart with 55. Woods had a rushing touchdown. 137 yards passing and a touchdown for Sheets, 39 yards passing for Maggart, 129 yards receiving for Woods. Rankin also had 19 yards and a touchdown. Hartwig, 21 yards and a touchdown. For Haxtun, Rylan Wolf, 13 carries, 257 yards and 4 touchdowns. Grant Stats chipped in 65 yards. Kelly, 38 yards and 2 scores. Corbin Anderson, 21 yards and a score. Zach Stats, 3 for 19. Cone, 2 for 15. Passing, Wolf had 6 for 7 for 98 yards and 3 scores. Cone had 2 for 3 for 21 yards. Receiving, Zach Stats, 1 for 15 and a touchdown. Grant Stats, 1 for 15 and a touchdown. Schelling, 2 for 18 and a score. And Anderson had 2 receptions for 19 yards as well. Total stats on the day: St. Paul Lutheran, 25 rushes for 106 yards. Also had 12 receptions for 176 yards, 14 total first downs for St. Paul. Haxtun, they had 29 first downs, 45 carries for 445 yards, also had 119 yards passing, and forced 4 interceptions, also had a couple of sacks in this one. So that's your final scores and stats. Again, we will announce our Week 3 game of the week later on. That's what we have for you guys there. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. We'll see you next Friday. We might do a preview show, a recap show tomorrow. We'll see what kind of happens there. Again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. I am Devin Albertson from Missouri 8-Man Football. I'm going to reverse the camera here. So I do want to thank everyone from Colorado for tuning in today's game. We really appreciate you guys' support. And everyone from Missouri who tuned in today as well and support us throughout the season. I do appreciate everything you guys have done to help us cover everything from Missouri 8-Man Football. We've been everywhere this year already, from being in Tarkio for the Jamboree, being over in Worth County for Week 1, and then Week 2. Last night we were in Appleton City. Today we're in Concordia. Next week we'll be somewhere different as well. So we're trying to cover as many of these teams as possible throughout the states. We really do appreciate you guys for that. So thank you from Concordia, Missouri. I'm Devin Albertson signing off. Before I sign off, thank you to our sponsors again here: Rain Physical Therapy for our media poll, and our sponsors for the game: Brink Sportswear, Eye Candy Graphic Arts, Napa Auto and Race in St. Joe, Cotton Body Shop LLC, T&S Butcher Shop, St. Joe Bucks Football, and the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl and Rising Star Game. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to the kids playing today. You guys have a great Saturday and a great Labor Day weekend.